Hey guys, it's been a while since I last posted anything, and honestly, I blame it on my laziness, my inability to convey what I want on paper, and multiple various graduation from whole life, which hurts me emotionally and physically. I hope that these girls are successful in whatever they're doing right now. So regardless, I'm back and I want to start off strong with one of the tag that I'm heavily into right now. And it's something that I'm very positive that you can like if you try, because you know what I say about this tag? Blood runs thicker in family, and there's nothing stronger than family. To preface this, I consider this tag to be one of the mildest tag there is there, and I believe that even the haters can eventually learn to love. I mean, there's a reason why the step sibling stuff is mostly mainstream and not meme a lot, especially with the washing machine stuff part. So yeah, compared to something like what furries, for example, you know what I mean? Like comparing between niece tag and furry tag, think of like Judy Hopps from Zootopia. I mean, I don't mind both, but that's just me. There's multiple different level of incest tag, and I have developed, I mean repurposed this chart, which might seem familiar to some of you. Yes, I'm using the NAN category chart because it fits my incest theorem that I've developed, so hear me out on this one. Today I'll be talking about niece, which I'll place right there on the top. I will also be discussing other incest variations such as mothers, daughters, aunt, cousins, and sister, which I would respectively put in their position. If you're familiar with Hunter x Hunter NAN category, then I have a feeling you might know where this is going. Each of this category represent a power type, and everyone is assigned to a certain power type from birth and the way they grow up. And the good part of this power system is that you can learn the neighboring power type. For example, if you are a water type from Pokemon, that means you have easier time learning the grass type or the ice type, but you will have the most difficult time learning electric type, because that is like the opposite of what a water is. My point is that it is assumed that you are attracted to one of these type, and if you, for example, attracted to the mother type, you're gonna have easier time liking the aunt type or the sister type. I managed to talk to two different kind of person in my group about how they feel towards incest doujin in general, and I get two vastly different answers. Both of these people have siblings, so I feel like it's appropriate just to ask this question, and so I did. One male friend expressed heavy disgust, saying that, "How can you like it? Don't you have a sister?" To which I said, "I've read worse." The female friend is kinda chill about it and doesn't seem to think of it as an issue because of how much, step sibling content, which I prefaced already earlier. And to me, I think it's all boils down to the fact that whether or not you can dissociate yourself with the reality and adapting the fictional character's backstory. Exposure is key to slowly accepting this unfamiliar tag, so I will be recommending some of my own personal favorite doujin just to kind of like kickstart your journey and getting used to it. So here we go. To start off this list, 372501 is probably one of the most normal one on this list, and it has a typical trope you'll find when reading niece tag, and that is the "I need pocket money, therefore give me some and I do some" trope. Ashizuki art style is pretty simple and nice to read, and the plot should be simple and vanilla enough for everyone to enjoy, so this is the basic threshold, this is the top surface, okay? 479795 has a very long title, and the title pretty much summarizes the doujin. A rare NTR doujin where I can actually brute force myself to read it without feeling like shit at the end. It's about a niece that has low sensitivity and when wrestling with her boyfriend, and her uncle blackmailed her into receiving massages that supposedly help her problem. The only reason that I can overlook this NTR is in this one because the eye covering bang is my favorite hairstyle in female design, and you don't actually see the boyfriend suffering, so I'm kind of okay with this one. Sharing similar plot to the last one, 292263 is one of the earliest niece doujin that I've read and I've liked very much. The art style make me reach the nut holler, and the story doesn't make you feel like shit afterwards. The short one, but it serves its purpose, and it's 34 short pages of being a sufficient niece doujin. 418679 added the teacher role into the uncle-niece relationship, but it doesn't really add anything except just the teacher tag so that people can, I guess, role play into it. It's an even shorter dojin, but it's colored really well, and although the people in the comment doesn't seem to think it's nice, or personally I enjoy it, so I can't complain. And finally, I saved the best for last. It's titled 6 Tatami Room on Summer Days by Osaki, which I think is only available on Faku, so it's a bit of a shame, but I'll tell you that it's one of my favorite niece dojin of all time due to how attractive the authors draw the niece. Like, the story is basically very simple. It's just her staying at her uncle's place due to financial reason. So if you're willing to afford this, or find a way to read this, I think you'll be rewarded for your effort. So there's another doujin series which I don't think I can safely recommend it because it does have some force tag in it in the first book, but it evolved into something consensual basically in the second, third, and fourth book. The fourth book has some really like NTR tone to it for some reason. They try to shift the perspective to the dad, which is a little bit weird, but I can ignore it. Give me a sec, let me see if I can find it. I am having trouble finding this shit. I mean, to be fair, it did get like nuked from in the hand the other day, so there you go, found it. It's the artist title is called Jinrock 666 or something like that. So yeah, if you type in Jinrock niece, the cover should tell you whether you're gonna enjoy it or not. So if you are into the ugly bastard, if you don't mind as much, this is also another good one. The first one's a little bit the second and the third one's pretty good. The fourth one is okay. You know what, the NTR doesn't really bother me because the NTR feels so stupid to me. When it comes to the term niece, there's not a lot that I can say to justify my soft spot for this tag, except that it's a byproduct of me reading way too many like mother and aunt dojins, and I kind of sort of branch off to this, and niece was just next line. So it's a harmless tag, and honestly, considering that there's an actual ostrich dojin that I've read, and yes, I've known how they made it and how they work, so it's truly an undesirable information that I learned, something that I can't unlearn. So there you go. This is not a bad tag for you. Give it a try. I hope that these recommendations are good enough for you to start your own journey. And if you personally want to recommend your favorite niece dojo in the comment section, please do so. I would love to kind of see what you guys are into. And as always, I'll probably see you guys in the next one. Hopefully the mother tag, because that is my all-time favorite. See ya.